Hey everyone, welcome to PopWire. My name is Roel. Today, we are joined by the super talented, super gorgeous, super awesome, super sweet Kallie Hu, who appears in the Paramount Plus musical series Grease, Rise of the Pink Ladies. Kallie, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's so nice to finally meet you. Well, yeah, to meet you. And it's so, I love your work on the show. So seeing you and being able to talk to you, I'm like, oh my God, this is so amazing. Well,
It's
thank
an
you for
honor. Thank
being. So I have a few questions. And again, thank you for taking the time. How would you, we've heard a lot of the cast members describe the show, but I'm curious to know in your own words, how would you describe Grease, Rise of the Pink Ladies?
Yeah. So, Grease, Rise of the Pink Ladies, you have four incredible misfits on their own, but they come together in this serendipitous mismatch of events. And together they find a place of belonging and create this shift in Rydell High. So, it will never be the same after that. So, you have the rise of the Pink Ladies, but you also have the rise of these energies and changes in social hierarchies that happen throughout all of Rydell.
And what I love, so we don't really get to see much of your character in the first few episodes, but in the numbers that you're in, I love your energy. I love your facial expressions, the little nuances that you have, and you look like you're all having so much fun. How would you describe your character, and what kind of backstory would you give her?
Thank you. My character, Peg, I will say, just in general, I do resonate with characters who strive to be more than what they've been told to be and do in their lives. So that, I use some of the other projects I've done, and, I'm usually a secretary or someone along that lines. But underneath, there's always that stirring. They're very competent at their jobs, at what they do. And, if you give them a chance, they can break through. So eventually one day I would love to do something where, my little assistant becomes like a badass assassin. That would be like the goal. But how that translates to someone like Peg is you have this person of color in the 1950s who's tried to navigate the ups and downs of high school. So she's very loyal, she's very hardworking, she's ambitious. And the way she fits into the socials is that she has to work even harder to, get the same status, to stay within the social norms so she can keep her status. And also, she's a little mean to other people. And it's part of the whole effect of the 1950s and her trying to sort out her position there, just trying to keep her head above water.
And oh, great answer. What I just remembered is it's so cool that you're in a show where almost everyone else is the same age as you. So I imagine you guys have just so much fun off camera, on camera. What was the vibe like on set?
I need to tell you, it was amazing.
On bad, right?
It was like the best to this day, but each project I do, it gets better and better. But it is definitely one of the best experiences in terms of a vibe of people. Most of us are in the dance community here, and we already knew each other beforehand. But after this, we've been even closer. A bunch of my castmates and I, we still get together and we just dance. We get together and just like groove, and some of them are like prepping, like in case we need to do more dance numbers if there is a season 2. We still don't know yet, but if we do, like people are training and doing like just like a lot of fun things, and we have dinners and stuff. Like we're all really really close now.
You know what you should do? And I think Paramount won't have a problem with this, but you and your dancer friends from the show, you should go on TikTok and do some of the dances from the show. And then people will like copy it and do their, you know what I mean? And it'll be like a trend. I think that'll be a good. Are you on TikTok?
Okay, I have one video on TikTok, and it's me trying to figure out how to use TikTok.
Oh
Like,
no.
you just search me up, and it's like I don't know. I like it's a lot.
Okay. All right. That's fine. No worries.
So yeah, I have to learn, and I can like swing that with the rest of the cast.
Wow. That'll be
See
so
what they say.
fun. And okay. So yeah, Paramount Plus, we need a season 2 so that Kallie can have more fun with everyone on set. So renew the show, please. Right. Yes. Okay. And so you were just talking about, all your dancer friends. And So you have a big dance background, and you've even worked with the brilliant Kenny Ortega on the movie Descendants. Too. He's like icon. He's worked with Michael Jackson and all these greats. You know, because of your dance background, was the audition process quite easy, or what was that like?
Yeah. So I think I might have the record for the most amount of auditions for the show. I had 13 times, I think, for the show. I did the general open call. You know, you send your video in and you send a singing portion. And then um goodness bless Tiffany Mack, Alethea Jones, and Annabelle Oakes, just sending out options and getting me to try so many different characters. So I did most of the socias, most of the thespians, most, even Wallflowers and Edith and Ellen. I auditioned for a lot of the characters. And then I was like, I need to get on the show. Like, I'm going to get on the show. So I decided to do the dance open call. And Jamal Sims, incredible. Like, would love to work with him. And I've actually worked with Louise Hratsky and Jeff Mortensen before on Descendants with Kenny and Tony Testa. So I was like, I'm just going to go for the dance open call as well, just to be safe. And had a blast. It was so much fun. Send in a video, and then you get in for a callback. You go in person. And then on Christmas Eve, I found out I booked the role of Peg. And it was the best Christmas present I could ever ask for.
Love it, love it, love it. And with all the musical numbers throughout the series and with your dance background, I want to know, were there any challenges that you faced, or was it pretty straightforward and pretty easy? What was it? What was it like?
Definitely. Challenges? You know what? The choreography team did such a great job of pre-planning with the directors and producers and making sure that we all had a place to go and during the dance number. We also had an incredible skeleton crew. A lot of the local dancers here were also working on it, so they pre-planned a lot of stuff. And so we went in, and it was already a well-oiled machine. But if you have those long shots that you see throughout the show, you'll see that everyone always has a place, and there's always something going on. And you miss a lot of it because there's only so much you can fit. But I guarantee you, they are just some incredibly great character choices that you won't be able to see, or some really great choreography that slips one person from here to here and just like makes it really easy. So I would say though, like the biggest thing would be scheduling and making sure everyone's rehearsal schedules worked with filming schedules. And I don't know again how the team did it because it was like a million balls to juggle. Like I don't know how they got so many dancers to so many rehearsals and on set and everything working together all together. So yeah, I guess that would be the one thing, but it all went really, really smoothly.
Two of my favorite numbers from the first half of the season were the opening number, the pilot, and the sequence with all of you at Dot's house. A lot of the numbers appear to have really like long, continuous takes, like one long shot. What were these performances like in rehearsal process and during filming? And was there a time when you had to do several takes because of like mistakes here and there?
Mm-hmm. I feel like anything in film, you're taking a million takes because, sometimes the framing was off or, like something. Being an actor, you're always behind the camera. And when you first start, you always think, hey, I'm the issue because, there's, they're asking to do it again and they're asking to again and again and again. Sometimes it's just camera. Sometimes it's just like they need better lighting here. Or they just like were off a tiny bit or like focus didn't rack properly or something like that. So the thing that made this really smooth when we had the dance numbers, and I'm shocked that we did most of the dance numbers on one day. Like when we had one day for a dance number, we finished on that day, most likely. And that was attributed to the choreography team having such great planning, and such great foresight of what camera angles would be, how one thing would transition to another, and working directly with the camera team and directly with producers and special effects to make things work. So I don't think anything was ever like, oh no, we stopped film or we had to stop the thing because someone tripped over this thing. I think it was always everything was very intentional on set, which was fantastic because you can't make a show like this without that type of foreplanning and foresight. I just use for like often. We're
Yes.
getting it. I was like trying to find another word and it did not have it.
There's an episode in the first half of the season where everyone placed in the bottle at Dot's house, and Nancy later reveals to the Pink Ladies that she used to play that a lot, and she even had her own brutal rating system. In that episode, you got to kiss not one, but two of the cast members. Neil, played by Dylan Stone, and Richie, played by Jonathan Nieves, with your own brutal rating system. How would you rate the two as kissers?
Oh, I just can't do that. I
That's
just
fine.
can't
That's
do that.
okay. What,
Um,
what was that like? What was the whole experience like?
yeah, so we filmed that episode 2. That party scene was one of the first scenes we ever did. So like the first week, we're just like put in a room, hey, meet your castmates, and now let's kiss each other. It's like, okay, um, sure, sorry, mom, this is happening, and uh, it was during COVID, which was really interesting because not
Okay.
only did we have, yeah, we had yeah, filmed during COVID. Not only did we have an intimacy coordinator who did a great job in making sure everyone felt safe, we had COVID teams on the side with mouthwash, like disinfectant mouthwash, between every take. So you had to go swish it around and then you like spit into a bag or something. It tasted like mushrooms, and I don't know why.
Oh,
Um, it was really weird, but yeah, like credit.
I love mushrooms, so that's
No,
awesome.
yeah, I love enoki. Love
Yes.
like enoki dipped in some like soy, like. But yeah, that was the experience. It was interesting.
Awesome. Fun, fun, fun. What can you tease about the rest of the first half of the season? What can you tease about episodes 4 and 5?
More fun. Well, the election gets a little heated up. Jane versus Buddy. You have the Socials on one side, and you have all the other groups being trying to be won over. And you'll be introduced to a lot of different characters and a lot of different amazing dance and singing numbers that will just push the whole narrative forward. I really love how in Greece, like we are seeing the pieces really bring to life the story and the characters more so, um, and everything has a purpose. So you're gonna see some really, really exciting things, and you're gonna be and introduced to some songs that you're gonna want to play on your Spotify playlist all day because that's what I've been doing. I can't stop. Might have a problem.
I love it. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kallie Hu, for your time. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and click on the link in the description below to get your free trial of Paramount Plus to watch Kallie Hu on Grease: Rise of the Pink Ladies. Thank you so much, Kallie. Oh my God, you're so sweet. Okay.
That's harsh. That's a lot.
Right? And I think it just,
That was
yeah, no, I just noticed too. I'm like, oh my gosh.